My name is Moses Vasquez. I'm attending Physical Geology 1403, and I will be talking about the fossils, minerals, and mountains of Antarctica. Now, the objective questions: how did the mountains in Antarctica form? What kind of minerals are in Antarctica? Are there any fossils in Antarctica? What are the major types of rocks located in Antarctica? How Antarctica came to be? And what makes Antarctica so cold? So, a brief description of Antarctica. It is located on the South Pole. There are vast ranges of land that are primarily ice and snow. Um, of course, knowing that it is the South Pole, there are tremendous amounts of ice and snow that can reach up to a mile deep. The snow does make it difficult for physical geologists to go and venture out into lands without ice for them to extract minerals or discover any fossils. The mountains of Antarctica were formed millions of years ago. There are also underground mountains beneath all the snow and ice that are called ghost mountains. Now, there are mountains merely merged onto the surfaces, and these mountains that are above ground of Antarctica are said to be a good place for physical geologists to find meteorite fragments. Now, the meteorite fragments does help them extract minerals, as how the snow and ice does keep the meteorite fragments intact. The rocks and minerals of Antarctica, there are 6 months of daytime and 6 months of nighttime. Now, within the 6 months of daytime, the snow does tend to decrease, and so does the ice. As for that, it makes it easier for geologists to travel to Antarctica and collect mineral findings, or, like I said, fossil findings. Now, the minerals that are included in Antarctica that have been located are coal, petroleum, cobalt, chromium, nickel, vanadium, copper, iron, and platinum group minerals. As for coal, it is a main resource for the world, and for Antarctica, coal can be located on the in the coastal lines of Antarctica. And as for petroleum, that is involved with the decaying of plants or animals that were once in Antarctica. As for the fossils of Antarctica, like I said, there are 6 months of daytime, and for that daytime, it is accessible for the geologists to find fossils. The fossils do help geologists in a way that it does give them a clue or a sense as to what continents could have been connected in a subcontinent that was once called Pangaea. This could give us a brief description of the history of the animals that were once roaming Antarctica, and also the history of plant life. And as for minerals or animals that we have not yet located, there is still countless findings for us to discover. As for the conclusion, people have located and determined certain rock formations and minerals around the world. But do we know what more lies underneath all the ice and snow in Antarctica? That ends my conclusion.